let's take a look at some MLB records that the record holders themselves probably don't want. These are records in the live ball era going back to 1920. Let's start off with most career balks. This record belongs to Hall of Famer Steve Carlton. Carlton was called for a balk 90 times in his career, literally twice as many as Bob Welch, who sits in second place with 45. And if this clip is any indication of Carlton's typical pickoff move, it's no wonder why he was called for so many balks.
I tell you, that was awfully close to a balk. Every move he makes is close to a balk.
Next, let's see who played the most career games without ever appearing in the postseason. That would be the great Ernie Banks, who played all 2,528 games of his 19-year career with the Chicago Cubs, sadly never getting to feel the energy of the playoffs even one time. Banks' Cubbies didn't even post a winning season for the first 10 years of his career. They did have 5 straight winning seasons from 1967 to 1971, even winning 92 games in 1969, but still somehow never made the postseason during Banks' career. Next, who has the worst career batting average for players with at least 2,000 plate appearances? That would be Austin Hedges. With over 2,300 plate appearances in his 11 seasons, Hedges is currently sitting at a 186 batting average as of the making of this video. And believe it or not, he's only hit above 200 in 2 of his 11 seasons. Hedges, however, is clearly not in the league for his bat, but rather for his defensive contributions, as he's one of the best pitch framers in the game, and he brings a lot of value behind the plate. And hey, if you told me I could play 11 seasons in the major leagues, I'd take it, no matter how awful my batting average was. And how about worst career ERA for all pitchers with at least 100 innings pitched? That record belongs to Andy Larkin, who posted a staggering 8.86 ERA over 105.2 innings between 1996 and 2000. The bulk of Larkin's innings came in 1998 when he started 14 games for the Florida Marlins to the tune of a 9.64 ERA that season. All in all, batters hit .322 with a .953 OPS against Larkin for his career. Next, let's look at the most times grounding into a double play. This record belongs to Albert Pujols, who grounded into a double play a whopping 426 times in his career. This is 62 more times than Miguel Cabrera, who sits in second place. Seeing that Pujols and Cabrera, the 2 greatest hitters of their generation, sit atop this list, I think this lets us know that when you make good contact and you hit 3rd or 4th in the lineup for 20 plus seasons, you're probably going to run into some double plays. Next, which pitcher was credited with the most wild pitches in their career? That would be Nolan Ryan, with an insane 277 wild pitches. This is 51 more than Phil Niekro, who sits in second place with 226. But my guess here is that at least half of these were probably just a result of Ryan intentionally trying to plunk somebody and he just missed. Next, who has the worst career stolen base percentage for players with at least 200 attempts? That would actually be the great Bambino, Babe Ruth. Ruth attempted 226 steals in his career and was only successful 110 times, for a 48.67% success rate. And on a related note, Ruth might also have the most tragic caught stealing of all time, trying to steal second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th in Game 7 of the 1926 World Series. That's right, Babe Ruth was gunned down at second to end the World Series against the St. Louis Cardinals, and it was the great Rogers Hornsby placing the tag at second. Next, who struck out the most times in their career? That would be Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, who struck out 2,597 times in his 21 seasons. He led the league in strikeouts 5 times, and his career high was 161 Ks in 1971. Jackson collected 2,584 hits in his career, meaning he had 13 more strikeouts than hits. But I don't think Jackson is complaining too much about this record, seeing that he clubbed 563 home runs, won an MVP award, won 2 World Series, and made 14 All-Star teams. And finally, who has the worst defensive WAR in the live ball era? That record belongs to the big donkey Adam Dunn, who posted a negative 28.4 D-WAR over 14 seasons. Dunn played over 1,000 games in left field, over 500 games at first base, and over 100 games in right field, and the analytics are not friendly to him in any of his 3 positions. But Dunn is pretty much the opposite of Austin Hedges in that he was clearly in the league for his bat rather than his glove. And with MLB now adopting the universal DH, we probably won't see a career like Adam Dunn's ever again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and hit those like and subscribe buttons.